Hello everyone and welcome to another speed build. Today we are building in the world of Copperdale that we got with the Sims 4 High School Years expansion pack, and we are building a colorful family home. Now you may be a bit confused by why I'm calling this a colorful family home because as you may have saw from the thumbnail, the house is almost entirely red. Well, the exterior of the house is entirely red. And the reason I'm deciding to call this a colorful family home is because pretty much almost every room on the interior has a different color palette. Like all the wall colors are very vibrant. I use the walls I think that we got from the Love Shack expansion pack. And yeah, the interior walls that we got with that pack are just very vibrant, very colorful. And I wanted to build something that was just very not authentic, I guess, per se, but more so vibrant in the ways of personalities for the Sims that will be living here. Now, I didn't have a specific set of lore for the Sims that I imagined living here, but I just feel like they're very, vibrant, very colorful, very expressive, I guess, in the way that they choose to decorate their home. And you will see that when I move on to the interior. But right now, I am working on the exterior, and you may have seen that this house includes a garage, which I love including, even though we don't have cars in this game, which is really unfortunate. But I feel like garages just add that extra dimension of realism whenever I'm building. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. But honestly, full transparency, the garage is really small on the inside because I had to make room for a bathroom, and the bathroom cuts into the garage space. So you're definitely not going to be fitting any cars in there. But I definitely put a bunch of skill building items and a washer and dryer. So it's definitely usable, and there's stuff in there for your Sims to do. But as far as cars fitting in there, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. But you will see me finagling with this roof piece to make it look like an actual driveway that you can drive onto, and it deletes quite a few times because I kept connecting the roof piece to the actual build, and it just, every time I would adjust the build, add a wall or something, or take away a wall, whatever the case may be, it just kept deleting, so I had to keep re-adding it. But eventually I just stopped connecting it to the build altogether, and I didn't have that problem anymore. But right now I'm still figuring out the exterior layout. This house ends up having 3 bedrooms, which I think is the biggest house, or the most amount of bedrooms I've done on my YouTube channel so far. I don't know what took me so long to get to or actually no, I think maybe a Mediterranean villa might have had 3 bedrooms, but I'm not entirely sure. I have this weird, not necessarily weird, but I have this problem where whenever I build a house, I empty it from my brain, so I don't really think about it anymore. I'm more so on to the next build. I'm pretty sure though, this is, if not the first time, another time that I built a 3-bedroom house, but I was able to fit 3 bedrooms in here, and honestly the bedrooms are a bit small, especially the kids' bedrooms. This house is built for 4 Sims, I think. Yeah, sorry, I had to do the math in my head. Math was not mathing, but yes, it's built for at least up to 4 Sims, and I built this for a set of parents, a teenage girl, and a child Sim who is really into sports. Or, yeah, I put some sports equipment in there, you'll see. But yeah, the floor plan on this is definitely a little bit weird, especially on the upstairs, because I ended up having to do those diagonal wall things for the master bedroom just to make it have enough space. And yeah, it was definitely, I don't necessarily like doing that, but I definitely had to pull it out for this one just so that I was able to make the master bedroom a little bit more masterful, I guess, and sleep more Sims, or fit comfortably a double bed, I guess. But yeah, the other 2 bedrooms are quite small, just because we're building on this smaller lot in Copperdale. And honestly, I really do love this lot. I love the suburban vibe of it, how it's just kind of in a neighborhood, and the sidewalk thing on the side, I love that. But it's just really small, and I'm really sad about it because I would love to build on this lot more, because I think this lot has so many great factors. The lighting is good, and it just really has that that suburban vibe that I really enjoy. And yeah, I just wish it was a little bit bigger, but I think I was able to make it work. The bathroom. There are 2 bathrooms in this build. There is a smaller bathroom upstairs and then a full bathroom on the downstairs. I wasn't able to fit a master ensuite in this build. I probably could have made it work, but I just don't think there would have been enough space for a 3rd bedroom. So I decided to put just like the main bathroom on the downstairs right off of the kitchen. But right now we are finally moving on into the interior, and yeah, you'll see like right now I'm going for like this red, like, what is it called? These red planks for the flooring, but I eventually switch them out. I guess I was trying to do a platform situation into the kitchen as well, but I ended up scrapping that because I couldn't figure out a way to make the door to the bathroom like go down with the other platforms. So man, I had to end up scrapping that and just make it work. Honestly, like, this house has a little bit of cramped vibes, I'm not gonna lie. Especially like the kitchen. The kitchen is really, really small. Just because like there's really not enough space for it. I probably could have fit it off of the, like, where I put the office area, but I really wanted this house to have an office. And yeah, like, everything is still functional, of course, but it's just a little bit smaller in here, guys. I'm just preparing you for that. Also, a little bit of a side tangent for the channel. I am planning on doing a rebuilding Newcrest series because I haven't, like, I've never fully built up the town of Newcrest before. I've done like a few builds here and there, but I've never actually like built up the entire town. So I'm really excited for that. Let me know what types of builds you would like to see me do over there. I'm thinking I'll probably like post like a layout or something for like what I plan to like do with all the lots. I'm definitely like, of course we need to have a park, of course we need to have like some type of community lot, maybe a couple, and community lots are definitely not a strong suit of mine, so I'm definitely a little bit worried about what I do. But I'm definitely up for the challenge because Newcrest it's nice to have like a blank slate pretty much of a world and just like build it up the entire way that you want to. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that. So just leave some comments down below on what types of builds you would like to see there, whether it's community lots or types of houses that you would like to see. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. My next build will probably be in Newcrest because, yeah, I'm just like really excited to start building there. But anyway, talking about what I'm doing now, I am working on the kitchen and I'm using these base game counters. And I eventually swapped the color of them because while I was initially really liking the red tone wood, I feel like when I started doing the like rest of the interior, especially the downstairs, I felt like it wasn't meshing well together. So I eventually swapped the counters out for a white color, but I think it all comes together really well. And now I am finally getting to painting the walls, and you will see that I initially go for like this blue. And we also have the, like, kind of like an open floor plan right now, which I eventually close off because I wasn't sure just exactly how I was going to lay everything out and where everything was going to go. But eventually when I put down the couch for the living room and start laying out the living room, I decided that it would be just a little bit better if I close things off. But I don't think I actually place a wall until I figure out like the couch situation. But I eventually close off the living room from like the entryway and kitchen, just so it has like that more like, I guess, traditional vibe to this house. But I do end up using this couch that we got from Parenthood along with this accent chair that we got from Cottage Living. And then I also put like a love seat in the corner that I think I used the same love seat that I used last time in my last build from Crystal Creation, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't have screenshots of the build yet, so I guess we will figure that out together. But I do use these curtains from Dream Home Decorator, which is, as you guys probably know by now, one of my favorite packs from the entire game. I just love all the mid-century stuff, but this house isn't necessarily mid-century at all. I feel like it has a more traditional vibe to it. But I guess you'll see that as I get to building everything. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out some decorations for the living room right now. I use this nice little, I don't really know what that's called. It's in the shelving pieces, but it's not really a shelf. I think that's from it's either from Eco Lifestyle or Growing Together. We'll see. But yeah, here I am finally placing that couch from Crystal Creations, which I really do love. Like, I guess it's kind of grown on me. Like, it kind of fits for like the traditional vibe, and it really goes well with almost every build that I do. So yeah, but for my next build, I'm going to try not to use that because I've used it twice already in my past 2 builds, so I need to mix it up a little bit. But I am also using one of my favorite bookshelves from Base Game, which I use quite often as well. Maybe I should switch it up a little bit there. But I finally get around to placing this wall and sectioning off this living room from the rest of the build, more specifically like the entryway, and you'll see that I swap out the colors here to make it just a little bit more colorful, hence the Colorful Family Home name. You'll definitely see as the build goes on that it gets a bit more colorful as I start adding more things and changing wall colors and things like that. I'm adding a little bit of more decoration in the kitchen, and finally kind of finishing up this living room. I think after I add this lamp, I'm pretty much done. Yeah, add a red wallpaper into the office, and adding a little bit more, I guess, decoration for the kitchen area, adding that column. But now we're finally moving on into the entry space, and I add this mirror from Love Struck, which I'm not sure if I've used quite yet, but I really do like this mirror. I really don't like how high up on the wall that mirror is, but I raise it down a little bit using the tool mod, and then I put this hallway table that we got from Cottage Living under it. I also end up using this small dining table and these chairs that we got from Cottage Living for the dining space, which is a little bit smaller because we didn't really have enough room for a dining room. Like I said, I probably could have, like, I didn't need to add an office for this build, and I probably could have fit some other things in there, like a dining room or the kitchen, but I really just like the coziness of this house and how it feels like a little bit cramped, but also very lived in, and I feel like that's also very realistic for the type of family that will be living here. But you'll also see that I also added this hall tree that we got from Laundry Day, which I also adore, and I'm adding just a little bit more decoration. I end up using these like little cubby holes that we got from high school years, and I end up putting shoes in there. But I guess right now I am cluttering up the kitchen because I guess I forgot to do that earlier, and cluttering up just a little bit extra spaces. I kind of move around, I guess, but I'm trying to add as much clutter as I possibly can just to make it seem a little bit more lived in. So you'll see me cluttering up this hallway table, adding just a few things here. I really love that like book, like not bookcase, but it's like a book cage, I guess, that we got from the book nook kit. I also end up using the like book house, these books shaped like a house, also from the book nook kit. I just love that. Yeah, the book nook kit is probably one of my favorite kits. I'm not sure if I have a favorite kit. Like I said in my previous videos, which I won't go on about, kits are kind of a love-hate relationship because I love getting new content, but I hate that it's just repurposed into all these little kits that you have to buy. But anyway, here I finally am, I think, finishing up adding or readjusting the swatches on most of the things in here just to make it seem a little bit more white. But here I am finally moving on into the office space, which, like I said, this house doesn't necessarily need an office. I didn't need to do this, but I feel like it fit, and yeah, I love adding offices into my builds and just, you know, having like a designated space for a computer. That way your Sims can, you know, use it to work from home or whatever the case may be. And I use these bookshelves also from the Book Nook kit because, you know, I really love having like a really nice background space for, you know, Zoom calls, which your Sims don't ever take Zoom calls, but, you know, it's really cute in there. So I'm just adding a little bit more decoration. This lamp from the Book Nook kit. How many times have I said Book Nook kit in this build? I feel like it's been too many. But I also add this chair from Dream Home Decorator as a little bit of lounging space, because I feel like the office also kind of doubles as a library with all the bookshelves that we have in here. But now I am moving on into the garage space, and I add quite a few things in here. There's like quite a few just like random crates just for storage. I feel like that fit for like the storytelling vibe that I was going. Then I put a woodworking table just as another thing for your Sims to do. I also end up putting a washer and dryer, and I put like quite a few decorations on the walls. I end up putting a pride flag, which I adore, and then these little, I guess like shelving units, but they're not, I don't know, like other than like this actual shelving unit that we got from Laundry Day, this other shelving unit, which is under the shelving category, but it's not really a shelf, it's more just like a, well, I guess it could be considered a shelf. I don't know. I don't really know what classifies as a shelf these days, but usually whenever I think of shelves, I think of just like ones that are connected to the wall, but that one is just its own kind of unit that's, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really cute and it fits the vibe for the garage, and it's also perfect for like laundry since the washer and dryer is in the garage as well. I'm adding a little bit more clutter, I guess, to the kitchen because I never feel like my kitchens are truly cluttered enough. I have this problem, but I always make sure I keep at least one counter space empty. That way your Sims are able to cook whenever they need to. But I think I add this, like little small shelf that I add from Laundry Day should be the last thing that I add in the entryway, and then we should be moving on into the upstairs. But I'm cluttering that up a little bit, putting this urn that we got from Vampires, which I feel like I've never used before. But, oh, and I also add this cute little tea set because I love putting tea sets in my builds, even though I feel like your Sims don't really use them autonomously that often. I just love having tea sets because who doesn't like a nice cup of tea, you know? But now we are finally moving on into the upstairs, into this hallway area, which I was having a little bit of time trying to figure out what to fill this space with. You'll see I like move things over quite a bit. Right now I'm putting this, what's it called, like little table that I think we got from Island Living, but I'm not entirely sure. I put that like up against this wall, but I end up moving that to this other wall, which I'm putting paintings on right now, and just so I can make space for like a little love seat area, because I feel like this hallway space is quite, it's not very big, but it definitely has enough space for like some seating, so I end up switching things over a little bit, and I add this love seat that we got, I think, from Laundry Day. I'm not entirely sure, but I really like the wovenness of it. It's kind of like a boho type vibe. Yeah, I really enjoyed using that, and then I add some plants, and then I put some smaller bookshelves, also from the Book Nook kit, up across this railing, and then I clutter up the top of those pretty well. So yeah, this hallway space is really cute. It leads up to the upstairs balcony, so I feel like I needed to add, I don't know, just a little bit of things up here. Ooh, I put this incense burner up on these bookshelves as well, which I feel like I never use incense because, one, they catch on fire, which is not good, but they're very cute, so I decided to add that up here as well. I think that now is a pretty good time to talk about what I have been watching recently. Like I said in my last video, I have been binge watching Secret Life of the American Teenager, and I am currently on season 3. I think I'm about to enter season 4 in like a couple of episodes. And like I said, that show is like really outdated. It's not necessarily great. Well, I feel like the show teaches you a lot just about, you know, teen life and things like as a teen that you experience, and it's very nostalgic for me because I watched it in my sophomore year of high school, but I didn't finish it. So this time I plan to finish it and yeah, see where the show ends, because I never got to see what happened to all my characters. But after that, I'm really not sure what I'm going to watch. I feel like I need to watch like something, you know, for the fall time. Maybe I'll like binge watch all the Twilight movies. I don't know. I do that like almost every fall season, because Twilight movies, while I don't know, they were just like a staple also in my childhood, and I love watching them around fall time because they just have that fall vibe. I don't know. Yeah, I just love watching like cozy shows and movies during the fall time. But if you guys have any recommendations on what I should watch, let me know. I'll also link my letterbox and serialized in the description down below, just in case you guys are interested in what I'm watching and what I think of the shows that I'm currently watching. But anyway, right now we are moving on into the teenager's bedroom, and I used quite a few things, I think, from high school years in here. Although I think that bed is not from high school years. Honestly, I'm not sure where we got that bed. It might be city living, but don't quote me on that because I don't really use this bed that often. So I'm not sure where we got that bed. But I add this beautiful little desk from Lovestruck, and I also use this chair that I never use from, I think, Movie Hangout Stuff Pack, but I don't really use that chair often, so I'm not quite sure. But I'm clearing up the walls a little bit, trying to add some more decoration, give this teenage sim a little bit more personality. I think the sim is, as you can probably tell from the vibe of the room, it's a little bit darker in here. Maybe they're into like the more goth type vibe. And yeah, I really do like this room. I end up using the rug from Lovestruck. I also used that rug twice. I used that rug again in the master bedroom, which is a little bit repetitive, but I really do love this rug. It's just so fluffy and cozy. But you'll see me, I think, clutter up just a little bit. I add some bookshelves onto this dresser that I was able to fit in because of the exterior chimney, which the chimney does not match up with the fireplace that we have on the inside at all. But I feel like it's cute anyway, and the sim now has some space to put their clothes. I also put a mirror behind that, which should be functional. I'm not entirely sure if I playtested that mirror or not, but it's cute anyway. And I feel like every teenager's room needs a mirror, just, to check themselves before they go out to school. And this teenager also has access to the balcony, and the balcony you are able to actually sneak out of because I made sure I added a trellis ladder on the exterior of the balcony. So I thought that was a really nice addition. But now we are going to be moving on into the master bedroom, which kind of has this teal but also green color scheme. I used this bed from Lovestruck, which was kind of like the basis point of me trying to figure out like the color scheme of this room along with the walls. And I put honestly like a decent amount of stuff in here. There's a TV for your Sims to watch TV and relax in, or not in, but relax while watching. I tried to fit in this Lovestruck, like, what is it called? Like the suitcase with all the like dress up things, or not dress up things, or I guess it is like dress up pretty much, but like, all the costumes that you can put on. But I wasn't able to actually like make it fit in here. I keep it in here for quite a minute, but I wasn't really able to make it fit. Oh, and I also add these cute paintings. I'm not really sure which pack we got them in, I'm so sorry, but I feel like they matched the bed and the walls really well, so I was really excited to use those. I'm not sure if I ever used those in that swatch before, but I, add a couple hanging plants, or I think just one hanging plants. Oh, and I'm going around now adding all the light switches because that is a lovely detail that I love to add to all of my Sims builds, for a little bit of extra touch of realism. I use this lamp that I think we got from base game, and I try to figure out like some more like wall decoration, so you'll see me like adding and removing quite a few of these like paintings that we got, or not paintings but like pictures, empty picture frames that we got from growing together. I do that in quite a lot of my builds, and I'm not honestly sure if you guys prefer those or not, because they are empty, but I feel like, if you ever wanted to, you could always fill them up with pictures of your own Sims. That way it's a little bit more personalized. And yeah, but let me know if you guys enjoy those actually empty picture frames or not, because I'm a little bit unsure about using them because they are empty, and it looks a little bit weird sometimes when, especially when I'm taking screenshots, to have just like empty picture frames. But yeah, let me know. And then I also use this lovely little love seat that we got from Nifty Knitting, and I'm adding just this book cart, which the book cart was kind of like the catalyst of me taking away the Love Struck costume suitcase thing. And I also remembered that I needed to add a hamper in here because we do have laundry in this house. So yeah, I removed the Love Struck thing for the hamper. And then here I am decorating this tiny little bathroom that we have. It doesn't really have much, just a toilet and a sink, but I end up using this tile wall, these tile walls that we got from Snowy Escape, because I never really used them, and I don't know, I felt like it was like a fun little addition. I'm not sure if it necessarily fits the rest of the build, but I thought it was pretty cute and pretty fun in here, so I decided to keep it. And I'm cluttering up the shelves, or not shelves, but the sink a little bit, adding some toothpaste and some toothbrushes along with a bar soap, which I feel like I never use that bar soap. I'm always using like the hand soap pumper, but I feel like that was like a nice switch because yeah, I really do honestly love the bathroom clutter kit. Like it makes my bathrooms, you know, just a little bit more cluttered up, I guess, and I can actually like add different stuff in there because of that kit. So yeah, as much as I don't like kits, as you all know, like that kit it helps with the bathroom space a little bit and makes it less blank and boring, I guess, even though bathrooms are boring no matter what you do. But anyway, here I am moving on to this kid's bedroom, and you'll see I had a little bit of a difficult time picking out a bed. I don't know why I picked out the Love Struck bed. That was really random of me, but I ended up going with the one from Tiny Living, actually, because it has like some blue and yellow accents, and I feel like that was the color scheme that I wanted to go for in here. I ended up using these curtains from Base Game and these blue and white swatches, and this accent wall also from High School Years, which I feel like I also never used because it's a little bit of a funky design, but I feel like for, you know, a child or even a teen sim, it works pretty well. And I end up putting quite a few things in here. I put a little desk, this little toy box, which I actually changed the swatch of, and I moved quite a few things around just to make space for like all the things that I have in here. I wanted to make sure that the sim had enough things to do in their bedroom as far as like playing and clutter wise. And here I am adding like some sports equipment because I do think that the little boy that lives here is quite into sports and sporty things and getting active. And I add also just a lot of clutter or not clutter, but wall decorations on the walls, just to add to their personalities, like I do with almost all of my kids and teens rooms, because I feel like that's definitely like the age where you are figuring out what you enjoy, what you like to do, and, you know, figuring out your hobbies and your interests, stuff like that. But I also use this like lovely little dinosaur rug from Base Game. I feel like I've never used that swatch before, but it fit in here perfectly, so I was really glad about using that. And yeah, I'm just moving some things around, trying to clutter it up a little bit more. But after this room, I think I start on either the backyard or the landscaping, one of the two. But I'm still trying to figure out some more wall decorations because we do have quite a bit of wall space that I wanted to clutter up, because I feel like, you know, when you're a kid, you have like almost no empty wall space. You're trying to clutter, or not clutter, but fill up all the walls with like posters and things you like and stuff like that. So and I also add this piggy bank, which I've never used before. I did not know that we had a piggy bank in this game. Yeah, I was really happy about that. I feel like like every time I'm building something, I always find something new that I did not know we had, and that piggy bank was the thing that I found today, so I was really happy about using that. But yeah, here I am finally moving on to the backyard space, and you'll see me adding some trellises and using that ladder trellis for the backyard balcony. But yeah, I felt like we had, you know, just like a little bit of like blank space on the exterior walls, so I wanted to fill that up with like a little bit of something, so I decided to use the trellises. But yeah, we are finally moving on into the landscaping now, and Landscaping for this was a little bit of a challenge because normally I do like lots of bushes and things like that, but for this one I decided to go for like more grass and flowers. And I think it works. I don't think it's like too out of place at all. I use these bushes to cover up the side of the roof, which I'm using as the driveway. That way it's not as like noticeable that it's a roof piece. But yeah, I'm also like adding these grass patches like all across the build, just to make it seem like a little bit more overgrown and more, I guess, grassy, obviously. But yeah, I think I don't really add too much in the backyard because it, like, as you can see, it's quite a small space. So I put like a couple of lounge chairs and an umbrella, but it's more so like a garden space out here. So I put some like garden planters, and I think that's it. But I guess we'll see together when I actually start to furnishing it. But yeah, there's not like too much stuff or too many things for your Sims to do outside, and I am like sorry about that because I do like adding lots of outdoor activities and things for your Sims to like do outside, because you know it's great to get outside, get some vitamin D, even though your Sims don't necessarily need vitamin D. But you know, maybe the Sims that live here love the outdoors, so that's why I added these gardeners. Oh, and I add these like lovely little exterior lights that we got from Get Together, and I feel like that was pretty nice. I also added this like mailbox slot on the like side of the, not like on the front door wall, but on the side of the build. You can see. But yeah, I add, I think, like a small little seating area out here on the front porch. I add some garden planters on each side of the seating, so like another thing for your Sims to do out here. I also ended up putting a telescope in the back patio, but on the front balcony, not the front patio, but like the upper level front porch or balcony, like I said, there is a chess table so that your Sims have another reason to go outside. But it is like, the balconies are really small, so there's not too much that I could have added. Maybe like I could have added like maybe some more plants, but you guys are more than welcome to add or remove anything that you need or see fit to, if you decide to download this build. Like, I won't take offense at all. Like, we all play The Sims in a different way, so yeah, but honestly, like, if you do decide to like add or remove anything, I would love to hear like what you decide to do, because like I said, we all play the game in a different way, and maybe it'll get me like more ideas for my next speed build or stuff like that. But here I am finally moving on into the backyard space, adding some planters and like some more like planter boxes. Oh, and I also add this kids bike, which I forgot that I added. I guess because I did so last minute, but I figured like maybe like the kid likes to ride their bike around town, stuff like that. And I'm also adding this car in the driveway just to like make it seem a little bit more realistic. Honestly, if I was to do this again, I probably would have had it facing the garage instead of like making it so it looks like they backed in. But I think it still works, so it's not too bad. But here I am adding like some lounge chairs on the outside and this umbrella. And I guess my reshade is acting up a little bit here because it's a little bit more grayer, but I think I fixed it now. But anyways, I think I am just adding some few finishing touches and cluttering it up where I see fit. I add this sponge roll in the kitchen as a little bit more of a formal entryway, and adding some ceiling tiles so that it feels a little bit more put together. But yeah, we are pretty much nearing the end of this build, so thank you guys so very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch me build this Sims house. Per usual, this build is available on the gallery under my gallery ID JayKenYT, spelled JayKenYT, or you can also find it under the hashtag JayKenYT, same spelling, all that good jazz. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much just looking around, making sure I didn't forget anything, and adding some extra foliage or trees. But we are nearing the end, so thank you guys again for watching. I will stop rambling and saying so many times, but I appreciate you once again, and I will catch you guys in my very next Sims video, which should be in Newcrest, and if it's not, I apologize. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next build. Bye bye.